Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Success Show 100%. This video is regarding the question answers of class 10 geography. I'll be discussing the question answer which are important from examination point of view. These are the questions which are very often asked and they are based on ICSE pattern. The first chapter I have taken is about soils of India. We all know, broadly speaking, the soils, there are 6 types of soils in India. The first is alluvial soil, black soil, red soil, laterite soil, mountain soil and desert soil. Now there are certain questions which are important. Let us take the most important alluvial soil of India. The first question, which are very common, name the states where alluvial soils are found. How are they formed? Alluvial soils are found in Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal and Assam. They are also found along the eastern coastal and the western coastal plain. That is in thin strip they are found in eastern coastal and western coastal plain. How are alluvial soils formed? Alluvial soils are formed by deposition of silt brought down by the rivers. Rivers, while flowing through mountain, erode the soil, which break into pebbles and further into fine clay or silt. They are deposited along the river bank and over the floodplain. So this is about how the soils are formed. Then we have write 3 characteristics each of Khadad and Bangar soil. Bangar soil, 2 types of alluvial soil are there, Bangar soil and Khadad soil. It is older alluvial. Its texture is coarse and consists of kankars, pebbles and is less fertile. It is found in higher altitudes. Khadad. It is new alluvium. It is fine clay and has sand particles. It is found in lower levels of river. Like you can understand this way. There are hilly areas, mountainous areas where the rocks are large pieces of rocks are present, and here when the work of the river, that is erosive work of the river starts, it breaks the larger rocks, they are broken. It breaks the erosive work of the river. Since they are flowing from great height, the work of the river is erosive. Now, due to the erosive work, that is breaking and tearing and making it into small pieces, the larger rocks break here and they are being transported by the river. Now, they are transported and deposited in the middle course of the river. We know that there are 3 courses of river. The first one is in higher level, it is upper course, then middle course and then the lower course. Here what happens is that in higher course of the river, the rocks are eroded and they are broken into smaller stones. And here they are transported from the upper layers, they are transported and most of the time they are deposited in the middle course of the river. So here the soils which are formed here, they are of older alluvium. Why? Because they have been formed long back. So they are called as, these soils are called as Bangar soil and they are found at higher altitudes. And they are rocky, pebbles, gravel. Then here smaller stones are found in middle course of the river. So later on when the river comes down, because the slope of the land is gentle in the lower level. Here, year after year, due to the monsoonal flood, the stones, small stones, they break up into fine particles. They break up into silt and clay. And here they are called as Khadad soil. Khadad soil means new alluvium. Now, why they are called as new alluvium soil? Because they are deposited every year. Year after year, due to the monsoonal floods, these soil, fine silt, they are deposited on the banks of the river. And these areas, the gentle slope with silt or fine clay, they are called as khadar soil, which are newer alluvium soil, and they are very fertile soil. So we come to know that Bangad is formed on higher altitudes and khadar is formed on lower altitudes. That is, we can say lower level. So this is about Bangad and khadar. Next question is, name the soil which supports a large population of India. Name the state that has large area under that soil. Name the crop that is largely grown in that soil. So the first answer, the soil which supports a large population is alluvial soil. And the state where the large area are under that soil is Uttar Pradesh. And the crop which is largely grown in these regions is wheat. Wheat is largely grown in alluvial soil. Now let's come to next questions. The other questions are, how does the soil of the Ganga-Yamuna plain differ from that of the central Maharashtra? In Ganga-Yamuna plain, the soil is alluvial and it is formed by the depositional work of rivers in the river valleys, floodplains and deltas, whereas central Maharashtra has black soil, which are formed due to cooling of lava from an volcanic eruption. Now, regarding the history of formation of the black lava soil, it is that thousands of years ago, a volcanic eruption took place in the western part of India, or we can say exactly in the Deccan Plateau. And due to this volcanic eruption, the lava which came out, the lava ash which got cooled, it had spread over few kilometers and they formed the black soil. This black soil is also known as Rega soil. Now the next question is, what are the difference between alluvial soil found in the upper course of rivers and that found in the lower course? The alluvial soil found in the upper course of rivers are coarse and the soil particles are bigger and they are not uniform, means they are not of equal sizes. The size varies. These soils are not very fertile. And in lower course, what happens? In lower course, the alluvial soil has fine particles and are less coarse. They are mainly silt and clay soil. These soils are very fertile. Then give two characteristics of alluvial soil. Now regarding the characteristic of different soils, you will definitely get some questions. One or two questions are very common. It may be about alluvial soil, it may be about black soil, red soil, or laterite soil. So these four types of soil are very important with regard to their characteristic. So let us see two characteristics of alluvial soil. They are rich in potash and lime but deficient in nitrogen, phosphoric acid and humus. They consist clay and silt and are very fertile. So this is about the characteristic of the soil. Then let us come to black soil. Black soil is generally found in the Deccan Plateau region, and the states where they are found is Maharashtra, Gujarat and Karnataka. They are also found in western part of Andhra Pradesh. Let us see. First question regarding black soil. How was black soil or Rega soil formed? Now this is a question which had been asked in 2002, 2005 and in later years also. Where is the soil found in India? Black soil was formed due to solidification of lava that had spread over large area during volcanic eruption in the Deccan Plateau region. The soil is fine clay and black in color. In India, they are found in Maharashtra, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, and in few parts in Karnataka also. Question number 2. Which minerals are found in black soil? Name some crops grown in that soil. This is also a very common question. The minerals present in black soil are iron, lime, potash, magnesium, alumina and calcium. The important crops grown in this soil are cotton, tobacco, oilseeds, sugarcane. Now why do these crops grow in the soil? Because these crops do not need a large amount of rainfall and they can grow very well in black cotton soil. At the same time, the climate which is required, that is moderate type of climate, too much of rainfall is not good for these types of crops. So the climate, the moderate climate of the coastal area of Maharashtra is very well suited for growing of cotton, tobacco, oilseed and sugarcane. Next question is, give two characteristics of the soil found most suitable for growing cotton and sugarcane in Maharashtra. The answer is, they contain large amount of iron and also have lime, potash, alumina and magnesium. The second characteristic is, they are moisture retaining soil which becomes sticky when wet and dry when hard. Now regarding this characteristic, that is moisture retaining soil, what does this mean? This means that the soil has the capacity to hold water for a longer time. The soil absorbs the water for longer time. So the soil is having moisture for a longer time. So that is moisture retaining quality of the soil. They are moisture retaining soil, but they become sticky when they are wet and they become hard when they are dry. So this characteristic is a bit not good for cultivation, but with the help of irrigation and other methods, it becomes cultivable land. Next question is, give reason. Black soil are also called as black cotton soil. It is because black soil is best suited for cotton cultivation. Cotton cultivation requires moisture and the soil has moisture retaining property. Black soil is fine grained and has minerals like iron, potash, lime, alumina and magnesium. Now these are important questions with regard to black soil. Then we have red soil. Red soil, which is not considered to be very fertile soil, but still crops are grown with the help of irrigational facilities. Now let us see some important questions. Name two states where red soil is found. Explain how it is found. The two states where red soil are found are Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. Red soils are formed due to weathering of the crystalline rocks and metamorphic rocks. Then I told you two characteristics of each soil is very important. So please learn two characteristics of each soil. Any questions may be asked regarding the characteristic of red soil or regarding the characteristic of black or laterite or alluvial soil. Let us see the characteristic of red soil. First, they contain large proportion of iron oxide and that is why they have red color. Why the color of the soil is red? That is because of the iron oxide content in the soil. They have high proportion of iron oxides in them. Second characteristic is their texture is thin and light colored and have coarse material. Means the soil is not very, soil doesn't have fine silt in it. They are coarse material. Then we have important questions which was asked in 2015. That is the difference between red soil and alluvial soil. So we have written the characteristic. That is also a very important difference between these soils. The first character or difference is they are formed due to weathering of crystalline and metamorphic rocks. Alluvial soil, they are formed by deposition of silt brought down by the rivers. Second difference is it is less fertile because it is deficient in lime, potash, phosphorus and nitrogen. Alluvial soil, it is very fertile soil as it contains minerals like lime, potash and humus. Next difference we'll see with regard to red soil and laterite soil. This is also a very important question which was asked in the last 5 years. So the first difference we'll see, they are formed due to weathering of crystalline and metamorphic rocks. And in laterite, they are formed by leaching which takes place due to excessive heating and rainfall. The second difference is, red soil is fertile as it is deficient in lime, potash, phosphorus and nitrogen. Laterite soil is unsuitable for agriculture as the minerals are washed away. So this is with regard to the questions that we have dealt on alluvial soil, black soil and red soil. Now I'll be coming with more videos on the question answer of Geography class 10 with all the chapters including map work and topographical sheet. We'll be having discussion and exercises. We will be doing exercises on topographical sheet. So do keep watching my videos. Subscribe it if you liked it, and thank you for watching.